Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Danielle, and I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. Of course, today is Wednesday, so I'm back with another What's a Wednesday video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is a video I release every Wednesday. I go through my sales from the previous week, talk about them more in depth, talk about what sold, how much I bought it for, where it sold, how much it sold for, how much I made, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in seeing my sales from last week, go ahead and keep watching, and let's jump right in. All right, let's go ahead and get started on these sales. These are going to be from November 7th to November 13th, and I didn't have a super crazy sales week, so this video shouldn't be super long, and I'll try to go kind of quickly through them. I know I'm really bad at that, but I'll try to go as fast as I can. So starting with November 7th, the first that I made was a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Paul Green women's black leather Oxfords. These sold for $60 with a Poshmark fee of $12, and then I was left with $48. These are from a flip lot, and just to preface at the beginning, if I talk about something coming from a flip lot, that just means I am using the app Flip to consign these items for someone else. So basically I get the inventory for free, and then once it sells, I split the profits between myself and then my consignment client. So that's what that means if I mention a flip lot at all. These took 3 months, I think 3 months to sell. I don't know, 3 to 4 months maybe. So they sold pretty fast. This brand, I actually had no idea what this brand was until my client actually sent it to me for the first time, and I actually have come to really like it. I have sold a few of their pairs actually pretty quickly and for a great amount, so I'm really happy with this sale, and I actually really like this brand. And next is a Mercari sale. This is a pair of Spanx, and they are a branded with the tag signature waist bootcut jeans. They sold for $56 with a selling fee of $5.60 and a processing fee of $1.92, and then I was left with $48.48. These are also from a flip lot, and they took about 2.5 months to sell. I wanted more for these because typically I can sell like pre-owned Spanx between $45 and $50, sometimes $40, it just depends. So when I had a new with tag pair, I really wanted more for them, but they just weren't moving super quickly, and they also didn't have like a ton of interest. So I was sending offers on, I think, Mercari and Poshmark, which I don't send offers on Mercari very often because it just takes a very long time to go and send offers. So when I was sending offers, someone actually countered offered $56 on these jeans. Went ahead and accepted. I still moved them fairly quickly, so I can't be mad at it, and still a good profit for myself and my client. And next is another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Newberry Custom. This is a pair of women's light wash, like really flared frayed hem jeans. These sold for $29 with a Poshmark fee of $5.80. I was left with $23.20. These are also from a flip lot. They took 3 weeks to sell, so they sold really fast. I had them listed at $35, I want to say, originally, so a $29 offer was extremely reasonable, and I went ahead and accepted that. I had never sold this brand before, and I don't know if I will sell it again. Comps were just like all over the place, and I took a chance by getting it from her just to see kind of how it did, and it sold pretty fast, and 29 is not a terrible amount, but I'm not sure if I'd pick this item up again through consignment. Maybe if I found it at the thrift store, I'd pick it up, but I'm just not fully decided on this brand yet. I mean, it wasn't a bad sale, still good profit, but I'm just not 100% decided on the brand yet. And the last sale on November 7th was another Poshmark sale. This was a Tory Burch branded with tag Sydney mid-length like black formal dress. This was in a size 2, and it sold for $127 with a Poshmark fee of $25.40, and then I was left with $101.60. This dress is also from a flip lot, and it took 4.5 months to sell. This actually sold like right after the extension request ended, or right before it ended, one of those two. So it sold at a really great time before I returned all these items, and it was new with the tag, but it only had a like Nordstrom Rack clearance tag on it. So that, I believe, automatically made it worth a little less, as if it was like brand new with the tag with the actual Tory Burch tag on it. But it still sold for $127, which is amazing. I don't really sell a ton of items that sell for this much. So when I do make these sales, it makes me really happy. And of course, this had an amazing profit for myself and my client. And moving on to November 8th, I had one little lonesome sale this day, and it was a pair of Steve Madden like pointed toe booties. These sold for $38 with a Poshmark fee of $7.60, and then I was left with $30.40. These boots, funny, are from a JOMAR box. They cost me $4.29, and they took 3.5 months to sell. But what's funny about these is I got these Steve Madden booties in a Zara shoe box. So I ended up getting like all Zara shoes and then one pair of Steve Madden shoes. And I was like totally not mad at that at all because Steve Madden does extremely well for me. So when I received it in that box, I was actually kind of happy that it wasn't a pair of Zara shoes, even though I love Zara shoes as well. But it was just really funny, and these ended up selling really fast. And I actually profited on that box, like with one pair sold. So this was just adding to the profit of that box. So I'm really happy with it, and it sold really fast. And now moving on to November 9th, the first that I made was another Poshmark sale. This was kind of a lame sale though. This is an American Eagle black floral spaghetti strap tank top, and it was in a size extra large. It sold for $10 with a Poshmark fee of $2.95, and then I was left with $7.05. This tank top I actually got for free, and it took 1.5 months to sell, and it's just a meh sale. It's not something I'd pick up from the thrift store. I had it listed for maybe $12, $15, and I knew the first offer I got I would accept just because it's free. I've actually started now sending in free stuff to actually thread up because I just don't really care how much I make on it, and it's just out of my hands and I don't have to deal with it. So I'm happy with it still because obviously I made a profit because it was free, but this is definitely not something I'd pick up at the thrift store. And then next was an eBay sale, which if you guys know, eBay has been going a little slow, but I keep making like 1 or 2 sales every week, so I guess that's like consistent slow sales. I don't know. But this was actually by the North Face, and it was a men's Apex Flex like soft shell jacket. It sold for $70, and then the eBay fee was $12.04, which then left me with $57.96. This was a flip item, so I had to share the profits with my client, which is fine. This is the first North Face item that has, one, sold fast for me. I didn't write it down, but I know like it was probably 2 months or less. Maybe even 1 month or less. I can't remember. But this is the first North Face item that has sold fast and for a great amount for me. Like, I have the worst luck with the North Face. I've actually recently broken up with the North Face. Like, I'm no longer picking it up. But she sent me this, and I was like, okay, let me try it out like one last time, and it actually did well, but I'm not changing my mind. The North Face doesn't work for me. Happy with the sale, but the North Face, it's a no-go for me. And next up was another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Lululemon. This is just a pair of black mid-rise Wonder Under leggings in a size 6. These sold for $45 with a Poshmark fee of $9, and then I was left with $36. These leggings I got from a flip lot, and they took 1 week to sell. Lululemon is, I think, one of my best-selling brands by far, like by a lot, just because it sells so fast. And these actually had quite a bit of wear on them, and they still sold for $45, and I had them listed at $45, a little on the low end because of the wear, and they ended up selling for $45. So great sale, really happy with it, and of course a great profit for myself and my client. And the last sale on November 9th was another Poshmark sale. This is a pair of And Other Stories women's raw hem jeans. These were in a size 29. They sold for $45 with a Poshmark fee of $9, and then I offered a shipping discount of $1.50, and then I was left with $34.50. These jeans are also from a flip lot, and they took just under a month to sell. They sold extremely fast. The person who bought these actually asked a couple questions about the jeans, and then they asked if I would do $45 in discounted shipping, and I was like, sure, why not? So I went ahead and sent that. I had them listed at $50 originally, so it was still very reasonable offers, so I was really happy to accept it. This is actually the first time I'm selling And Other Stories jeans. I love selling their other stuff. It typically sells really fast for me. Like, even with flaws, I've sold it really fast. So jeans were no different. I love this brand. I think it's sometimes sold at Revolve, maybe somewhere else, but love this brand, and this was a really great sale. And moving on to November 10th, the first sale I made was a Mercari sale. This is actually a pair of Theory tweed print stretch twill leggings, and they sold for $32 with a selling fee of $3.20 and a processing fee of $1.23. Then I was left with $27.57. These I've had for a really long time, like 11 to 12 months, so almost a year, which is a very long time to have an item. And typically, Theory moves faster, but I found that it doesn't move very fast anymore, which is a little heartbreaking because I like to sell Theory a lot, but it just doesn't move very well. I don't know how much I paid for these because I've had them for so long. I was not like tracking how much I paid for each item back then Now I am, but I don't know what I paid for these. I'm sure I still made a profit because I just don't really spend a lot on items. That's just what I do. But overall, I mean, it's still a fine sale. But Theory just doesn't, I don't think it does as well as it used to. And next is a Poshmark sale. This is actually by the brand BP, and it is a yellow corset band tee, and it sold for $15 with a Poshmark fee of $3, and then I was left with $12. So this is another like meh sale. I swear I got this in a JOMAR box, but I literally like cannot remember, and I think it was a like graphic t-shirt box, which was the absolute worst box I've ever received from them. Like, I would do not buy that box. Well, I mean, buy that box if that's your thing, but it was terrible. Clearly, this was one of the items in it. BP is not a brand. I even think I put it in my 10 brands I no longer pick up anymore video. But honestly, I'm just happy that it did sell, and I think I had it listed at like $20 or something around there. $15 offer, boom, accepted, done, goodbye. That's how I felt about it. Happy it's gone. Don't know how much I paid. Think I got it from a JOMAR box. Don't really know. But yeah, kind of a meh sale. Definitely wouldn't be picking that up at the thrift store. And next up is another Mercari sale. This is actually a pair of Zara black high-rise distress skinny jeans. They sold for $23 with a selling fee of $2.30 and a processing fee of 97 cents. Then I was left with $19.73. These I got from a flip lot once again. They took just over 3 months to sell. So these actually sold like right after relisting them and right after the selling period ended. I want to say I had them listed at probably around $30, which $23 would be a pretty reasonable offer. Zara jeans don't really sell for a ton. Typically, I can move them pretty quickly, but they don't really sell for a ton. I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm trying to like kind of move away from like the $20, $25 and under sales for flip just because I don't really make a bunch. But I try to look at like the whole lot in full rather than just individual items. So I'm happy with it still, and it still had some okay profit. And the last sale on November 10th was another Poshmark sale. This was a pair of Joe's jeans, and it was a brand new with tag pair of Twiggy tall mid-rise skinny jeans. They were in a size 24. They sold for $60 with a Poshmark fee of $12, and I was left with $48. These jeans I got from a JOMAR box. I paid $4.50 for them, and they sold in about 9 months. That is a little on the long side, but my like too long is like a year. So 9 months, I'm not mad at it, especially if an item is just a little bit marked up because it's new at the tag. Joe's jeans for me are like hit and miss. I had another pair from this same JOMAR box that was new at the tag that sold fast. This one sold this one, and then there's one still sitting. So it kind of just depends, honestly. And just this kind of item coming in a JOMAR box, I'm pretty sure it was a CPR box, is just amazing. Like, that's a really, really good profit margin, which not a lot of people can actually do with the stuff that's near them. So I just think it was a really great sale, and I'm really happy I got it in my JOMAR box. And it had just such an amazing profit. And I mean, 9 months is not terrible, but I'm happy with it. And moving on to November 11th, the first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This was by the brand Banana Republic, and this was a Riley pleated ruffle button-down top in a size 14. This sold for $17 with a Poshmark fee of $3.40, and then I was left with $13.60. This I got in my JOMAR Wholesale Passes palette that I ordered at kind of the beginning of the year. And it took about 2.5 months to sell. This was actually one of the items that I had like waited to list. There was like a whole box of stuff that I actually didn't list for a while. And this only took 2.5 months, which is a really great time frame. Banana Republic, I've definitely become more fond of. I used to hate Banana Republic, and now I will actually pick it up at the thrift store if it's like a newer season and a really good style. And then I also don't hate it when I get it in like wholesale boxes or something. But I really actually kind of like Banana Republic now. This obviously wasn't like an amazing sale, but it came in my palette, so I'm not mad at it. And it's still like added to the profit. And moving on, the next sale was another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Taos, I don't know. A pair of black craft suede booties in a size Europe 41. These sold for $51 with a Poshmark fee of $10.20, and then I was left with $40.80. These boots are from a flip lot, and they took 3.5 months to sell, so they sold fairly quickly. I had them listed at $60 originally, and then $51 was the offer I got, which was really reasonable, so I went ahead and accepted. But one thing. These are actually have a case open right now, but I couldn't even explain to you why she opened the case. Like, I read through her like notes, but I couldn't really understand what she was saying, so I'm still not even sure what's wrong. So we'll see if it gets paid out or not. I thought I'd share it with you guys anyways and share that it's in a case just because I like to be open with you guys. So we'll see. I guess I'll keep you guys updated in the vlog. And next was another kind of matte Poshmark sale. This is an Old Navy chambray pop-over top in a size large. It sold for $15 with a Poshmark fee of $3, and then I was left with $12. This I got in my palette also. This took 6 months to sell. Obviously this was listed pretty early when I got the palette, and it's just an Old Navy top. Like, it's nothing crazy. I know some people like enjoy selling Old Navy. It just doesn't give enough profit margin for me. I like to make more on my items, and it was still a good sale. I think I had it probably listed at like 18 or 20. Received a $15 offer, went ahead and accepted. It added to the profit on my palette, so I can't be mad, but I wouldn't be picking that up at the thrift store. And next up was another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Vionic. This is a pair of brand of the tag men's like orthopedic slip-on shoes. These sold for $50 with a Poshmark fee of $10, and then I was left with $40. These shoes are from a flip lot, and they took, let me find it, just under 4 months to sell. So still a really great time frame, and I feel like I really like selling Vionic. I do find that like their women's booties sell the best for me so far, but I can't be mad at the sale. It was still a really great profit, and they sold fairly quickly. And the last sale on November 11th was another eBay sale. This was a pair of Eileen Fisher black tumbled nubuck heeled booties, and these sold for $50, and then their fee was $8.74. And then I was left with $41.26. Yes. And then these are from a flip lot. These sold in 1 month, so they sold extremely fast. Honestly, I think Eileen Fisher moves better for me on eBay. I find especially the shoes have sat on Poshmark. Like, I cannot move Eileen Fisher shoes on Poshmark for a good amount or fast at all, and I listed these on eBay and they actually sold really fast. So I'm thinking eBay might be my new place that Eileen Fisher sells out really fast. But overall, happy with this sale. I had them, did I have them listed at 50? I might have had them listed at, I think I had them listed at 50, so they sold outright, which is amazing, and they were delivered and the buyer was happy. So I'm happy. And moving on to November 12th, the first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of AG jeans. These were the Jody black, like flare crop leg jeans or something. These were in a size 26. They sold for $9 with a, no, sorry, they sold for $45 with a Poshmark fee of $9, and then I was left with $36. These I got from the thrift store, and I got them for $3.50, and they took about 1.5 months to sell, which is absolutely amazing. AG jeans definitely have had like their ups and downs for me. Some of them sell so fast, some of them sit for so long. It kind of just depends, I think, on the style, and I think these are just a really great style, so that is why I think they sold for $45. Typically, I haven't been getting $45 for my AG jeans. I've been getting like $35. So I'm happy these sold for $45, and they sold really fast and had an amazing profit. So I'm so happy with the sale. And the last sale on November 12th was another Poshmark sale. This is actually a pair of New Balance, I think they're 813 sneakers or something. These were in a size 6. They sold for $38 with a Poshmark fee of $7.60, and then I was left with $30.40. These are from a flip lot, and they took 3.5 months to sell, so these sold pretty quick after I relisted them when the selling period ended. I have kind of a love-hate with New Balance right now because I have some pairs in my closet that are just hanging out, but then I've had some pairs in my closet just fly out. So I don't know. I think just certain pairs do better than others. These were like brand new without the tag, so I was hoping to get more than 38, honestly, but that's all I could get. I relisted them at 38 and they sold. So I'm happy with the sale, and they still had a pretty good profit. And moving on to November 13th, which is the last day of last week, the first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Jeffrey Campbell black rain boots, and they were like a matte black. Oh, these were so nice. I loved these. These sold for $38 with a Poshmark fee of $7.60, and then I was left with $30.40. Once again, same thing. These were also from a flip lot, and they took almost 2 months to sell. So these sold really quick, which in my experience, rain boots in general and specifically Jeffrey Campbell rain boots, fly off the freaking shelf. Like, they sell so fast. This is not my first pair to sell this fast. I've had pairs sell actually even faster. So Jeffrey Campbell rain boots are a must pick up, and honestly any rain boots just I think sell really well for me. But happy with this sale, great profit, and they sold quick. And next is another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand AGL. This is a pair of black leather cap toe slip-on flats. These were in a size Europe 37, and they sold for $41 with a Poshmark fee of $8.20, and then I was left with $32.80. These are also from a flip lot. They took almost 2 months to sell, so once again, I think they were maybe in the same flip lot. So these sold really fast. The other pair that I had, I think I have maybe 3 total, and I sold one already. Those sold really fast, and I had them listed at $50 originally, and someone actually offered me pretty low, like $35 or something, so we went back and forth a couple times, and we just landed on $41. Still reasonable. I sold the other pair for like $40, so I was happy to sell them for $41, but had a really great profit, and they sold really quick. And next up is another Poshmark sale. This is an Eileen Fisher 100% wool, like black cardigan. This was in a size large. It sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and then I was left with $32. This cardigan is also from a flip lot, and it took 3 months to sell. This sold either right before I extended the selling period or right after I extended it. I can't quite remember. But 40 is a little on the, I would say, a tiny bit of the low side for Eileen Fisher cardigans, especially this type, but I just couldn't move it at any higher, so 40 was a reasonable price still, and I actually listed at 40, so it actually ended up selling outright, so can't be mad at that. I've actually had quite a few of just like outright sales, so I'm happy with it, and it had a really great profit. And next up was another Poshmark sale. This is actually a pair of Ariat jeans. This is a pair of women's slim bootcut jeans in a size 26. These sold for $50 with a Poshmark fee of $10, and then I was left with $40. I got these from the thrift store for $4.50, and they took 1.5 months to sell. I love this brand. I literally hadn't ever picked it up before my client first sent it to me like months ago, and ever since she sent it to me the first time, I'm obsessed with this brand. Shoes, jeans, like, sell so fast and for such a good amount. Like, if you're seeing Ariat jeans or shoes at the thrift store, like, 1000% pick them up. Obviously, look at comps first, but pick them up. But in my defense, I have sold multiple pairs of Ariat jeans for $50 or more, sometimes less, and some of them have had like damage and stains on them as well. So just like, they sell, I promise you, with damage, with stains, like, they're selling like hotcakes. So definitely pick up your Ariat jeans. And the very last sale on November 13th and of last week was, of course, another Poshmark sale. This is a pair of UGG Sienna rain boots in dark purple. These were in a size 10. They sold for $55 with a Poshmark fee of $11, and then I was left with $44. These boots I got in a flip lot. Once again, they took 3 months to sell. So these either once again sold right before extending or right after. I'm pretty sure these sold right after I extended them, and I actually relisted these, and I think they sold really fast, which was great. I actually, before I relisted them, had gotten a couple like really low offers on them, and I was just not happy with them, so I just countered every time and no one ever accepted, and then finally I relisted them and they sold for full price. So super happy with this. I have a hard time moving some UGG pairs of shoes, but for the most part, they move pretty quick for me. Alright, you guys, that is it for this week's What's So Wednesday video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I had a pretty good sales week. It wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst, so honestly, I can't complain at all. But let me know what y'all's favorite sale was down below. Let me see. I don't know what my favorite sale was. Love the Ariat jeans that I got for $4.50. That was a great profit. Also, the Tory Burch dress, beautiful, even though it was a flip item, still great profit. Oh, you know what, those Joe's jeans, those were a great profit. So those are just a few of my favorite ones. Let me know what yours was down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying my videos, and hit that bell notification to be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again next week.